UML sequence diagrams are one of the most popular UML artifacts for dynamic modeling. They visualize the flow of logic within your system and are commonly used for both analysis and design purposes. Sequence diagrams show the interactions between objects in a particular scenario of a use case. Lifelines, messages, and execution occurrences are the basic visual symbols used to define sequence diagrams. Objects are shown as lifelines running down the page. A lifeline starts with a rectangle containing the object's name, continued by a dotted line which represents the time the given instance exists during the scenario. The sequential nature of the logic is represented by the ordering of the messages. Messages. The interaction between the objects is represented by arrows. Each arrow represents a message that is sent from one object to another. Execution occurrence. Thin rectangles running down the lifeline denote the duration of an execution, called execution occurrence. Synchronous and asynchronous messages. Messages can be synchronous, which have a solid arrowhead at their end. Return messages are implicit for synchronous messages. Asynchronous messages are denoted by a line arrowhead. Asynchronous return messages are shown as dashed line with a line arrowhead at their end. Messages to self. A message to self represents a method calling another method of the same object or a recursive call of an operation. It is shown as a nested focus of control in the lifeline's execution occurrence. Lifeline creation and termination. A lifeline may be created or destroyed during the given scenario. When a lifeline is created as a result of sending a dedicated message from another object's lifeline, the head of the lifeline is shown at the level of the message that creates it. If a lifeline is destroyed, it is terminated by a cross symbol. Conclusion. Use sequence diagrams to document the behavior of your system and the interactions between objects in the given scenario, and to validate your logic in a visual manner.